Welcome back, guys, to the myth of illusions. Now, we're going to be continuing from the previous two videos. And our third is recruitment strategies, the grooming of high resource targets. Cultic recruitment is a calculated process that targets universal human needs for connection and belonging. Contrary to popular belief, narcissists often target extroverted, successful people who are currently experiencing a situational vulnerability, such as a major life change or a sense of spiritual hunger. The grooming process and love bombing. Recruitment is a form of predatory grooming. The leader or recruiter uses their larger-than-life personality and superficial charm to find what makes you tick, then exploit it to build empathy and trust. Phase 1. Assessing vulnerability. Recruiters look for individuals who feel lost or disconnected from society. Phase 2. Love bombing. New initiates are showered with love and praise to create a sense of profound belonging. Phase 3. Promised rewards. The group offers magical solutions such as enlightenment, self-actualization, or a forever home. And lastly, Phase 4. Establishing obligation. Affection is used to manufacture a sense of divine calling or indebtedness, which then transforms into pressure to sacrifice one's time and money. The targeting of high-resource individuals. Narcissistic cults, especially commercial ones like multi-level marketing, MLM groups, prioritize recruiting individuals with high status or specialized skills. These targets serve as social proof of the group's legitimacy. For example, the Keith Renier of NXIVM specifically targeted successful professionals and celebrities to build an aura of prestige around this organization. These individuals provide not only financial resources, but also the intellectual capital that the leader uses to further refine their manipulation techniques. The identity disillusion and the pseudo-personality. The ultimate success of a narcissistic cult is the creation of a pseudo-identity or a cult persona that replaces the follower's authentic self. This process is a form of identity erasure achieved through systematic thought reform. The mechanism of identity replacement. As the leader devalues the follower's original habits, values, and relationships, the follower begins to adopt the traits, and behaviors of the desired narcissist. This pseudo-personality suppresses the individual's uniqueness to adhere to the group's ideology. Defensive coping. The pseudo-identity is a suit of armor to the follower, put on to avoid the leader's rage and gain their approval. Internalization of the abuser's voice. The leader's criticism becomes the follower's inner critic, leading to self-hatred and self-blame. Mimicry and echoism. Followers unconsciously repeat the exact sentences, words, and phrases used by the leader, losing their own two-dimensional sentence structures to the leader's jargons. the hive mind and the loss of agency. In this state, the follower becomes a projection of the leader's ideals. They no longer own their own mind. They have outsourced their reality testing to the group. This hive mind servitude is what makes it so difficult for members to leave, as they feel that their very self will disappear if they are separated from the cult. Systematic exploitation, labor, finances, and sexuality. Narcissistic cults are imperialistic and missionary. They are constantly seeking new recruits to exploit for personal gain. The leader views followers as objects or instruments of gratification, and this exploitation follows three primary vectors: labor, finances, and sexuality. Labor and financial exploitation. Followers are often expected to dedicate huge amounts of time and energy to the group, often to the exclusion of their own careers and families. This unpaid labor is framed as self-dying, dying to self, or service to the mission. Financially, narcissists enrich themselves at the member's expense. This can take place in many forms. Number one, high cost courses and training. Members are coerced into paying for the expensive seminars to advance the group's hierarchy. Transfer of assets. Some groups require members to turn over their inheritance, bank accounts, or real estate. MLM structures. In commercial cults, members are forced to buy inventory and pay monthly fees that flow directly to the leadership regardless of the members' own sales success. Sexual exploitation and divine rights. Sexual abuse is a hallmark of a pathological cult leader. The leader often claims magical or divine answers to sexual problems and insists that sex is a requirement for certain rituals and rites. Forced and rearranged marriages. Leaders like Warren Jeffs arranged illegal marriages between underage girls and older men, maintaining a power imbalance where consent was impossible. Breaking monogamous bonds. Some narcissists require members to share their partners with the leader as a test of non-attachment or loyalty. Quite weird and sick if you ask me. Sexual seduction as devaluation. Seduction is used to hook a new follower, followed by brutal attacks or sexual humiliation once the follower is enmeshed. The discard phase and its psychological impact. The discard phase in a narcissistic cult occurs when the victim is no longer considered useful for the leader's supply or admiration, money, or labor. This is the most dangerous and devastating phase of the relationships. The mechanics of group shunning. When a member is discarded, the leader initiates group shunning or ostracism. All current members are ordered to cut ties with the traitor, often in pain of their own expulsion. This social death is particularly traumatic because the member has often already severed all outside ties to friends and families during their indoctrination. This discard is often accompanied by smear campaigns. The leader uses flying monkeys to destroy the person's reputation, branding them as evil, unstable, or dangerous. threats to livelihood. The cult may contact the members' employers or post slanderous reviews online to punish them for leaving. Existential crisis. Because the member's identity was built around the cult, the discard triggers a profound sense that they have discarded or lost everything. Waking up. The triple Ds of narcissistic influence. As survivors wake up from the cult's influence, they often describe a state of delusion, derealization, and dissociation. The triple Ds of the narcissistic's world. They experience intense humiliation and shame as they realize the repulsive and abhorrent subservience they accepted. This pathological untangling can take years as the survivors works to reclaim the ability to think and act independently. Now, if you like today's video, please do share, and subscribe. It will help us enormously. Until next time, goodbye.